Now it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker for the day. And so I want to give a real quick, so my t-shirt says unreliable narrator, all right? And what that means from a literary perspective is that you can't trust anything I'm saying to you, all right? But I am absolutely telling you the truth and have been since I got up here on the stage, all right? I'm really excited about this because Cheryl Nugent is working for authors, for publishers, and in the publishing industry, and I'm glad to have her here today representing Kentbury. So please welcome Cheryl.
Forgive me, we haven't done the techie stuff.
That's fine. You can use the down arrows. That'll flip you through the slides.
Thank you. Okay. First of all, I want to say kudos to Ren. It's something I'm aware of and always contribute to. Yay, Ren. Okay. I am delighted to be here. I'm so happy to see all of you. Thank you for coming. How many here are writers? I talked to a couple of you this morning, and I did hear, look at the hands. Yep. Probably a few shy ones here, too, who aren't admitting it. The process of writing, it's a wonderful thing, the whole creative thing. You have to think of yourself as a writer first. Well, I've been writing since I was a child. I have 3 published books. 2 are self-published, and 1 is a traditionally published children's book. They're all on Amazon if you ever want to see them. And the writing, you won't believe me necessarily, the writing part is easy. The publishing is not so easy. So I'll have to tell you how Kentbury came about, and then we'll go back and talk a little bit about actually what Kentbury is. I hope, I'm sorry, have you been hearing me? I hope. Thank you. Thank you, Daddies. I was sitting in the living room looking online for something to buy, and the TV was on, and this ad came on. You've probably seen it. It's this little Muppet fellow, and he's sitting there saying, oh, you get dressed up to go to the bank. This is how I get a mortgage. And this light bulb went off. Here I was doing online shopping, and I was hearing this commercial, and I thought, wow, that's true. And I think it was a Lending Tree commercial. So, you know, you punch in a little information, and the phone is ringing, you're getting emails, everybody wants to give you a mortgage. And I thought, why couldn't writers have that same opportunity to showcase their work? And this is for not published writers necessarily. Those are included if they want to be. But the unpublished writer, the person struggling and hoping and wishing, and all they get are rejection letters, or they don't even have the courage to get out there yet. They're just shy about it. So that was 14 months ago. I ran the idea first by my husband, who said, oh, there's stuff out there like that. I said, well, if there is, they aren't doing a very good marketing job because I haven't heard of it. So he went and came back and said, well, I keep bringing me things. I said, no, that's not it. That's not the same thing. Then I called a couple of publishing friends I have, and certainly my writer friends. They loved it. They loved the idea. So then we found our way to a web designer. He unfortunately turned out to be the wrong person, but we didn't know that until 6 months and quite a lot of money into it. But never mind, that's one of those lemons that we turned into some lemonade because it was a learning experience. And then, through a friend, this is what I love about the networking, a friend in California said, do you know about SCORE? And I did not. We found our way to some wonderful people. Is Maggie Longshore here this morning? She's not here today.
She's a good friend of ours.
Yes, well, she's a wonderful mentor to me.
Traveling.
I know she's been traveling a bit. Well, anyway, Maggie was my mentor. We went up and met with her and a wonderful fellow named Dave McCarthy. And Dave said, oh, there's got to be something like this. He said, I'm going to have it researched. And he came back and said, Cheryl, you're right. There isn't anything quite like this. He said, this is a disruptor. Now, that was the first lesson in business I had. I thought that was a bad thing, but apparently in business it's a good thing. So then through SCORE, we found our way to Sergio and 1 Million Cups. Here I am this morning. Thank you very much. And through this, we found our way to a wonderful fellow, Cliff Emery, who has Emery marketing, his own marketing agency here in Columbia. And he is working with us. We really would love to have afforded our own marketing company and couldn't quite do it right now, but Cliff is terrific to work with. So that's the wonderful thread of networking that has me here this morning and has us that much farther along on this journey. We have a terrific gal in Cape Cod. Her name is Jody McNamara, who is Socially Adept Solutions. We found her through Wix, and she is putting a very lovely website together, which should be finished very soon, maybe within the week, but we are very, very close. Kentbury is like, my husband likes to say it's like Indeed. I kind of think of it more as an eBay, where, okay, you want that little black dress, or you want a new sweater or hat or something, so you go to eBay and you punch in black dress, this size, this length, whatever, and it hones it down to what you're looking for, and you find just what you want. And you see this seller and you contact them directly. That's what will happen on Kentbury. You will have your writing there. It's a membership site. I didn't say that clearly. It is just a membership site. But that, in its simplicity, we think is one of its strengths. And the publishers, agents, editors, movie directors, actors, whomever, are going to be able to come there and browse. They'll say, I want to look at a murder mystery from 1952 in New Jersey, and they'll click around, and the search engine, of course, will enable them to go there and browse. It's a platform. It's a meeting place, a novel destination, we like to say. So that's the premise of Kentbury. Now, oh, here I go. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay. It works, yay. This is just quickly hit on this. It's a huge industry, you have to imagine. Look at where we are. And this is 2017 stats that 600,000 to 1 million books were published that year. 700,000 self-published. There's probably more we don't even know about. And then, of course, there's the international thing that's going on, and we will be international. We want this to be 24/7 worldwide. And so there's so much potential in that area. We say move your writing career to Kentbury. Is the place the literary world meets and mingles, and that's exactly our intention, that your work can be there and you will be seen, and hopefully, now we don't promise that you'll get published, we wish we could do that, but you're going to be there to be seen. You're going to be the gem in the jewelry store window. Somebody walks by and there it is, and they go in and buy that diamond ring or whatever it is. So we hope that will happen with our writers. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Okay. One of the frequently asked questions is, why will the publishers and agents and so forth come to Kentbury? The protocol right now, for any of you, how many of you have submitted or published? Have you submitted any of your work? Okay, have you been accepted?
Yeah.
All right. Al, I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah.
My new poet friend, Al Black. Kudos if you've gotten accepted by a publisher. That's wonderful. It doesn't happen often enough, but the protocol is crazy. It's upside down and lopsided. So, you're the writer. You pour your heart and soul into your work. You're ready to submit. You go to the agency or the publisher. Most of the big houses want you to have an agent. They're pretty hard to get also. So you follow their protocol. You dot the I's, cross the T's, and you write the best query letter ever written in the world. And then, years ago, you'd actually get a snail mail letter that would say, sorry, we're not interested, or thank you for your submission, good luck, or something. They never tell you why. I mean, sometimes you might get, it's too long, or it doesn't sell, or whatever. And then you would get, nowadays, you're more likely to get a computer-generated, thank you for your submission, it doesn't suit us right now. Then, more commonly, in the last couple of years, if you do not hear from us in 6 to 8 weeks, we're not interested. So you do all the work, you pour your soul into this, and then you sit around and wait to hear nothing. It just seems something very unfair about that, very wrong. And if there are any publishers or agents here, I apologize. I don't want to insult that part of the industry because they work very hard. The average agent, I'm told, gets about 5,000 submissions a year. That's a lot of stuff to look at. That's why the query letter has to be, you know, from heaven. It has to be the best thing ever, because if it doesn't grab them in the first 10 seconds, they're probably going to throw it. Or if they're lucky, it might wind up in a slush pile somewhere. It might be seen someday. So I haven't hit on this slide exactly. So you have all that you're contending with, but I think the publishers and agents will want to be on Kentbury because it will save them time. It won't change the protocol. People are still going to submit, but I'm getting the thing. Anyway, real quick, and I will wrap it up. There is a huge, the legends about the curiosity. If you work for Random House, you want to see what's out there before Susie at Houghton Mifflin sees it. And then the legends about all the rejections. Pulitzer Prize winners, Academy Award-winning scripts, over and over again, rejected, rejected. Moby Dick, Gone with the Wind was rejected 38 times. It's a Pulitzer Prize winner, for heaven's sakes. The Color Purple by Alice Walker, rejected, rejected. So Harry Potter was rejected 5 times. Only 5 times, but how would you feel if you missed that one? So that's essentially what Kentbury is about, and I welcome your questions. Thank you.